Jaguar Wright.
Jaguar, can I just ask? Is this day overdue?
Of course it is. And we're just getting started. I do believe there's going to be a lot of curveballs. I do believe there's going to be a lot of interesting things. And what I will say is, be vigilant. We're getting started.
Is this a reckoning for the music industry?
Oh, it needs to be. And if it wasn't, I hope my presence starts that.
Thank you so much for...
Yes.
Okay, check it for German television. So, what are we going to expect today? What's going to be? Which witnesses are you think going to be today?
I hope Cassie gets to go first. She's pregnant, and there's got to be a lot of stress around this for her. So I hope they get her out of here first. And then, so begins the dominoes.
And what will this case mean for the music industry? Will this be like the downfall for it?
Well, I hope it's the end of an era that has brought nothing but pain. At the end of the day, music should be cruelty-free. That's my company, that's what I stand for, cruelty-free artistry.
What if the trial of Diddy isn't just about one man, but about a hidden system built on silence, secrets, and suffering? What if behind the glitz of fame lies a darker truth, one that's finally unraveling in front of us? The courtroom doors have opened, but the real story is just beginning. As Diddy's trial takes center stage, many eyes remain fixated on him alone. But that might be exactly how certain people want it. Because, according to Jaguar Wright and others, this isn't just a Diddy issue, it's a full-blown network of cover-ups. She claims powerful figures, some of whom you'd never expect, have spent years protecting each other to keep their secrets buried. She even refers to them as Thing 1 and Thing 2, hinting at tight-knit alliances that span the highest levels of entertainment. Jaguar didn't hold back. She publicly stated that if Kim Porter hadn't done what she did, Cassie might never have lived long enough to testify. That comment alone sent shockwaves. What exactly did Kim know? And what did she sacrifice? Jaguar Wright isn't new to controversy, but what she did next flipped everything upside down. She stormed into Diddy's courtroom not to protest, but to deliver what she claimed were never-before-seen tapes. Footage of Diddy with actor Bryshere, who, at the time, was only 17. Bryce, once considered the next big name in Hollywood, was allegedly handed over for a so-called mentorship program. But what unfolded, according to Jaguar, was something far more sinister. She alleges that Diddy and Will Smith both took turns breaking Bryce down, and that when they were done, they passed him around to other industry elites until the young actor was left unrecognizable. Bryshere was supposed to be mentored by two of the biggest names in entertainment. His manager, Charlie Mack, reportedly wanted Diddy to elevate his music career, while Will helped with acting. But what actually happened, Jaguar claims, was a horrifying exploitation masked as opportunity. And Bryce wasn't the only one. Allegedly, Meek Mill and even August Alsina were also victims of these freak-off parties. Jaguar said one of those parties got so brutal, neighbors heard Bryce and Meek fleeing Will's house, screaming for help naked and terrified. She described them as being in and out of consciousness after hours of abuse. Let that sink in. Then came something few expected, a cryptic but chilling message from actor Terrence Howard. When asked about what it means to be a man, he said, "When you give up your man card, you don't get that back." He wasn't just talking about masculinity, he was talking about dignity, about trauma, about irreversible damage. Many fans believe he was talking about Bryce, that once you're coerced into things that rob you of your identity, there's no going back. It was a haunting statement, one that added weight to Jaguar's claims. After these alleged encounters, Bryce's life spiraled. He disappeared from Hollywood. The auditions stopped. The spotlight faded. Then came arrests, erratic behavior, and shocking mugshots. In 2022, he was found guilty of assaulting a woman he was involved with. But the darkness began earlier. Back in 2020, his wife, yes, wife, a fact no one knew until the police were called, was rescued at a gas station after allegedly escaping Bryce's violence. She told officers that he strangled her. When police arrived, Bryce locked himself inside his home, refusing to come out. It took a SWAT team and hours of negotiation to bring him in. He wasn't just lost, he was broken. As the world tried to make sense of Bryce's downfall, Jaguar dropped another bombshell. Bryce's own mother, Andrea Mayberry, allegedly allowed it all to happen. Jaguar claimed Andrea and Charlie Mack knew exactly what would happen when Bryce was mentored, but let it happen anyway. In a fury, Jaguar asked, "Are you happy now, Andy? He's a gay star. For a book that didn't even sell?" She accused Andrea of turning her son into bait for the industry, despite knowing he was vulnerable, bipolar, ADHD, and just a kid. It was betrayal at the deepest level. Jaguar then dropped this. Bryce was working on a $50 million lawsuit against Diddy and Will. He wanted justice. He wanted to speak. But something happened. Allegedly, he was silenced either through threats or worse. Some believe he backed out of fear for his life. But then came the most shocking part. Rumors of a secret tape. A recording involving Diddy, Will, Jaden Smith, Justin Bieber, and Bryshere. Jaguar claimed she's seen it. And though it hasn't surfaced publicly, she reportedly handed it to prosecutors at the trial. Whether or not it plays in court is still unknown. Jaguar isn't stopping. She arrived at the courthouse flanked by bodyguards, fully aware that her presence is a threat to powerful people. She says this isn't just Diddy's reckoning, it's a reckoning for every predator in the industry, for every cover-up, for every voice that was silenced. She said if the R. Kelly case had been properly investigated, Diddy's name would have surfaced back then. But now, with the Cassie lawsuit lighting the fuse, the entire machine is starting to crack. Jaguar says this isn't just about celebrities, it's about systems. Systems that reward silence, that punish victims, that hand kids over under the guise of mentorship, then destroy them from the inside out. And for Bryce, his silence isn't cowardice, it's survival. According to Jaguar, the moment he stepped forward, his life changed. He lost everything: his career, his peace, and almost his sanity. But now, his story is being heard, and that might just change everything. From Kim Porter's death to Cassie's lawsuit to Jaguar's tapes, the dominoes are falling, one by one. And while Diddy is the man on trial, he's not the only one under scrutiny. The world is watching. The silence is breaking. And this trial may be the spark that burns the entire rotten system to the ground. Because when victims finally speak, predators lose their power. But what do you think? Will Bryshere testify? Will that tape ever see the light of day? And is Jaguar Wright a whistleblower or something else entirely? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to click here to watch the next shocking video that's already making waves.